Hello, Aries. Welcome to your monthly reading for November 2022. This is for Aries Sun and Rising, and if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to bring you a lot more clarity, to get more specific with your reading. And I do that because, Aries, I want you to feel like this is a personal reading rather than a general spread. Now, Aries, November, big month, especially for you. I can't even, I don't even know where to start. First of all, hi, we're in November. This year has just, boom, flown by. Secondly, we're moving into November on the heels of that major solar eclipse that was in Scorpio. And, we're still in Scorpio season. So we have a bundle of planets in Scorpio. For you, Aries, that's your 8th house. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio. All right, so expect some transformations, really big transformations happening now. All right, the end of some things, okay? Also, there may be some focus on money. All right, not gonna lie, the 8th house rules other people's money. All right, so this is, just think of anything outside of salary, like maybe paying off debts or bonuses, commissions, things like that. But here's the other thing, that we have that major full moon eclipse in Taurus coming up on November 8th. Now that eclipse is in your 2nd house of money, okay? Material possessions, even food if you want to go there. But listen, this is, I'm not going to lie, the first 2 weeks are going to be, they're going to be a little challenging. You may feel it's a little challenging, especially because another thing is like your ruling planet Mars is retrograde. So here's the good news is as we move forward, things start getting so much better when everything starts moving into Sagittarius. All right, things are, I love that. And if you're new to my channel, I do leave the key astrological dates in the description box if you do want to follow along. Lastly, the last thing I'm going to say is that stay tuned to the end of the reading, because after I do your spread here, I pull a card a week just to give you a little bit more insight into what to expect for every week this month, okay? Because it is a loaded month. You will see that there's pretty much everything, every day. There's a minor aspect, a major aspect. It is a pretty big month, okay? And when I say that, Jupiter actually, at the end of the month, it's going direct. It went retrograde. It's gone back into Pisces. That's your 12th house. So you may be in your head a little bit this month. But let's get started, Aries. Let's get started with your reading and see what's going on for you for November 2022. I'm still just oh, we're in November. That's crazy. All right. So like I said earlier, Aries, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It is what my clients prefer. If you want to book a private reading, you know where to find me. Secondly, I don't do reversals. If the shadow side of a card does come out strongly, then my guides will, urge me to discuss that. But listen, this is there. Oh gosh, look at you already. Let me move this little thing, Day of the Dead from Mexico. All right, Aries. So listen. First of all, I have to tell you, I love you, Aries. I love my Aries. And I say that in I always get reminded of my Aries, who I talk to, my Aries friends, who, even my dad, he's an Aries. Boom, just every time, just that energy y'all have. Oof, that passion. You really inspire, y'all are so inspiring, FYI. So keep that up. I love you, Aries. Now, let's get started with your reading. Look at you and your court cards. Oof, gosh. Aries, all right, so here's something that's interesting is, okay, boom, you got the star, all right? I love this, all right? We know the star comes after the tower. We know the star. This is your hopes and dreams aligning now. You see the stars aligning for you, okay? Card ruled by Aquarius. You can see the water bearer. One thing that I want you to notice is that the water bearer is actually pouring water onto the land as well. Cool, right? It's all that growing, all that abundance, all your hopes and dreams, all your manifestations. But it's, there could have been, one thing that I want to say is, a message that's coming through. So for some Aries, yes, You're on the right path. Things are going your way. All right. You have that strength to do it. You see all the stars here. Okay. 8-pointed stars, strength. Now, some Aries okay, may feel that they're not quite sure what their hopes and dreams are. Okay. So this is a good time to think about that. Especially because all of this activity in your 8th house of transformation. So for those Aries who have been going through a period of transition, okay, and maybe feeling like, am I on the right path? Is this what I truly, is this going to make me happy? Start thinking about that now, okay? Start thinking about that. And I think that a lot of things are going to come up around that lunar eclipse in Taurus, okay? November 8th. Again, that affects your 2nd house. So you could think about the passions that you really want to go for. And this is for those Aries who still are trying to figure things out, okay? But for other Aries who know your path, who know what you want, going for it, I love that you got this start, okay? Now, the heart of your spread. Headline news of the month, Queen of Swords. All right. So, Aries, I like this energy for you, okay? Really, it's just like, no more effing around. No more effing around, right? This is like, she's, I call her the Ice Queen. She's not the friendliest queen, but man, she gets it done. Leaving emotions at the door. Do you see any water in this card? No. All right. So, listen, this is someone who leads with her heart. I'm sorry, her head, not her heart. Okay, so it's a lot of logic, a lot of practicality, just the decisions that you have to make. Boom, you got this. Head above the clouds. Really, really being that person who, I'm trying to think of like any of those fantasy shows or movies where there's that queen who just did not F around. Who is it? One of the Starks. Anyway, listen, from Game of Thrones. But this is really great energy because you are going to be sitting in that throne. You are going to feel powerful, and you're going to have some clarity. Okay, that's really good. You need that right now because you're also going to be in your head a lot, right? And so you did get the Page of Wands, all right? So the Page of Wands did come up in your challenge area. I want you to spend some time this month, all right? Really, really, again, this is not only for those Aries who are still figuring out what they want, but all Aries. Think about what your hopes and dreams are and really keep your eyes on the prize and really go for it. I don't want you to feel a lack of inspiration. I don't want you to feel a lack of imagination or creativity. I want you to use that to empower you now, all right? Because when the Page of Wands comes up in your challenge area, okay, especially challenging the Queen of Swords here, I want you to really, really tap in and to really find that passion. I know that I told you that your ruling planet Mars is retrograde, and listen, that's fine. You can still pursue your passions and know that I just want you to feel that passion still, all right? You've got this. You're really good. The Page of Wands is, he is a total dreamer. I love the Page of Wands. And pages are they bring in that new energy, right? Out of the Minor Arcanas, they bring in so much new change, new opportunity. Okay, Wands, all that are passion. So there is something where there's like a disconnect, and that's why I want you to feel passionate. I don't want you to lose any of that amazing, brilliant creativity you have and imagination and drive, but also I want you to, if you feel stuck with something that you do want to get off the ground, let it simmer a bit and then think it through, and then just boom, just go for it. Listen, you did get the 5 of Cups, okay, in your crown. So it's really interesting. There's something that's happening where through November, you may lose something. There may be something that you lose. There may be something that some of y'all may be grieving over, but at the end of the day, it's some sort of loss, okay? And it's something that impacts you so significantly that you really harp on it. All right, he is so focused on the spilled cups, can't even see the two full cups behind him, and we know the two of cups is the partnership and the love, and it's listen. All you have to do is look up, cross that bridge. Just look up though. All right, and I know that's easier said than done, but some Aries are going to be in that position where there may be something that you lose, okay? And listen, this is not, I want you to know, this is likely going to happen for a lot of the other signs. Eclipses are game changers, all right? We're coming out of an eclipse into another one, all right? Two really big, powerful eclipses, okay? And so, Aries, I want you to know that whatever happens this month, know that you've got this, okay? This is, we all go through these emotional moments, and then what they are, they're learning experiences, they're growing experience. We learn from them, grow from them, we become better people from those experiences. And yeah, look at you, clarified strength. You're gonna be fine. Not getting the impression that it's a huge thing, but it's something where I'm getting more of like you're in such a transitory state. A lot of Aries just whether it's mentally, whether it's like with career, whether it's relationships, whether it's home, whatever it is, listen, you're looking for that strength and you're gonna find it, okay? Remember what I said earlier. Head above the clouds, you got this, okay? Don't lose that passion. Now, you did get the King of Wands, so a lot of y'all really are thinking about your passions, okay? Thinking about what you really want at this point, okay? I love that the star came up in your past, okay? But listen, the King of Wands, I love the King of Wands. We all, and you know what? He loves me too, all right? He's the type of king, he loves you too, Aries. He's the type of king who loves, he's passionate. He's just so full of joy. This is that king, okay? But also really entrepreneurial energy here. The entrepreneur of the tarot, right? Listen, I call him the Steve Jobs of tarot because he has that kind of energy. Someone who was just so inspiring, worked his butt off to sit in that throne, didn't have to work for anybody else, right? Really transform. This is really good, okay? King of Wands, again, this came up in the root of your spread, so a lot of y'all are thinking about, being on top of that and just really going for it career-wise, okay? Doesn't even have to be limited to career. It can be your passions. It can be ideas. There's something that you just really, really want at this point. Wow. Yeah. Listen, also, Queen of Cups. This is really interesting. This came up in your future. The Queen of Cups, I call her the Princess Diana, the Mother Teresa. She has that kind of energy, but very intuitive, okay? Very, very intuitive, almost psychic. But, she's the type of queen, unlike the Queen of Swords, who actually leads with her heart and not her head. She's the type of queen who is so loving and giving that she knows the name of everyone in her kingdom, in her empire. Listen, it doesn't matter if it's, the emperor or the farmer. That's how loving she is. That's how much she cares about everybody. All right? This is in your future. And so what I love about this is that there is going to be this nurturing side of you. There is going to be this side of you where that is, not only for other people, but I'm getting a lot of self-love too. But at the end of the day, this is just, I love that you got both the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Cups. I'm really loving your spread. Okay, so now clarified, you did get the Four of Pentacles, okay? So you are possibly going to spend a lot of time with finances this month. I am not surprised this came up. This is all about order. This is all about stability, financial stability, thinking about that now, okay? So November is going to be a month for you with that. Remember, I said that eclipse in Taurus is in your second house of income, okay? We're still actually in Scorpio season. All those planets are in your 8th house, other people's money. So that's 2 of the money houses, okay? And, this is in your future. Just, you are going to money, all right, income, salary, wealth, all of that is your bank account, all of that is just going to be something that you're going to prioritize in November, all right, making things, adding some structure to it. We know Saturn is has gone direct now too. Listen, I like this. I like this for you. Okay, it's really like more of a personal, powerful journey for you. Okay, November. All right, remember empowerment. So let's get to your stuff. Aries, listen. If you like the reading, it would be great if you like and subscribe. Really does help my channel grow. And if you are a subscriber, you know I love you so much. And thank you for being here with me every week. You are amazing. I love you. Oof, look at that. Okay, so boom, Aries, come on. You got Temperance. Listen, okay. What's really interesting is that you got Temperance. This is going to be a good month for you. Listen, Temperance is all about moderation, okay? That's what it means. It comes from the Latin word, temperare, right? To mix. So when you think about temperance, think of, formerly the alchemist, all right? So what does that mean exactly? I'm going to give you a modern analogy. Think of a bartender, all right? And so when you go to a bar, when you order a drink, let's say in Manhattan, the bartender's not going to just throw all the different liquids into the cocktail, right? It's going to be perfectly measured out. And so that's what I really want for you this month, okay? I really want you to think about, what do you need more of in your life? What do you need less of in your life? What is going to make that balance, okay? That balance is going to help that energy flow, all right? And it really is just kind of like having that patience to see it all through too. The energy that I'm getting from your reading is really, really nice. It's almost like you came out of a situation where there were boom, like ups and downs and ups and downs, and now it's almost like steady does it. Steady wins the race. Like, it's really great. There's a lot of balance here. There's a lot of alignment, and I love what's happening here. And a lot of this is, like I said, more personal development, more in terms of what you're looking for, your passions. A lot of career activity here too. But again, at the end of the day, things linked to money. Now, you did get the 5 of Swords, okay? In your external factors area, okay? So there could be some sort of challenge that comes up, all right? Some sort of conflict that comes up in November. Listen, here's the thing. I'm not surprised. There are a lot of oppositions. There are a lot of squares. And, when I do my weekly readings, I break some of these down, just a little bit more. But there will be a moment where you may have some sort of conflict, all right? And so what I want you to know from this is that it could have an impact on you, on your mental health. What I want you to do, if you come to a point where there is some sort of conflict that does have some sort of impact on you, I want you to be the better person and just lower your swords, okay? You can see that they're at the end of the battle here. The other two have dropped their swords, all right? You haven't yet. So it's really how you approach these conflicts and challenges that really determine how the rest, what happens after, right? And so if you, it's almost like, if you do not approach this situation or come out of the situation being the better person, which ultimately makes you a better version of yourself, you could end up losing as much as they did. So it wouldn't make sense, right? So just be very mindful. If there is a conflict or challenge that comes up, You're good. Okay, you got the 9 of Wands. Now, if you're a subscriber, you know I call the analogy I make for this card is that think of fourth grade math class when your math teacher had that poster of the cat hanging from the tree. This is that poster. Okay, don't give up. You're so close to the end. Hang in there. All right. It looks like you have been going through. You've been going through it. All right. And this is all about resilience, and this is all about hanging in there. And 10 is the end of the suit. So come on, you're so close to the end, and you're. It's you've really have learned so much at this point. All right. And so use that to your advantage. Okay. Because remember, you did get strength in your crown. Okay. And this is, listen, I know it seems just like a very, it's you don't really have to do a lot of explaining with this card, but I really, when I said I want you to tap within, spend some time, don't lose your imagination, don't lose your creativity, don't lose any you just keep propelling forward. Just really hold on to those things that you care about, okay? Because the strength, it really is important, especially when it comes in your crown, because it's that strength doesn't come from her taming the lion. It comes from the lion allowing her to tame it too. So this is all about tapping into whatever you believe in that makes you strong, that gives you that strength. And you're looking for it. Now listen, Judgment, okay? When I say changes, I mean changes. Listen. Okay. So it a lot of y'all really want to go through this moment of clarity. This is the card right before the world, okay? Coming to the end of the Trump cards, all right? Now listen, you can see the dead arising. You can see Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet. You can see that, the dead arising are great, which is wisdom, all right? So you're looking to hear that call of the trumpet, all right? Some Aries are waiting to have that moment of clarity, have that spiritual awakening, just really having that awareness. I made up a word. It's called awareness and clarity, okay? And so a lot of y'all will go through this in November, but listen, hey, it's just something that you actually really want. You just want to, affirmed by the fact that you did get the Queen of Swords in the heart of your spread. You just want that now, that mental clarity, and you want to know what's coming next, but you want to know what you have to do to get there as well. All right? But come on, Aries, you got the Wheel of Fortune in your final outcome. All right? Wheel of Fortune is, listen, come on. This is the card ruled by Jupiter, okay? So this is all about good luck, karma, redeeming your karma points. This is fate and destiny, okay? Really divine intervention coming in to make to bring you that luck that you're looking for, all right? And this came up in your final outcome, all right? Listen, when I talk about fate and destiny, and yet there are two very different things. Listen, this is really interesting. If you look at the center of the card, first of all, you see the 4 fixed signs in the corners. They're all reading the Book of Wisdom there. This, you see the word tarot, but also flip it back and it's rota, meaning wheel, okay? But then it's also Torah. The fact that these 3 words fit so perfectly, that's not, you can see it as a coincidence, but come on, that's fate right there. Either way you go, it's going to spell those 3 words. This is amazing for you, and I'm very happy for you because you are going to get that luck. You are going to have that luck on your side. Aries, that's amazing. Oh gosh. That's amazing. I'm not getting, what's really interesting is I'm not getting anything crazy red alert or red flag or anything like that for the month for you. It's more of, like I said, personal journey, this transformation you're going through. Okay, it's more of a personal thing for you. All right, really just hanging in there and trying to figure out what's next, and you will. You clearly will. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started for your card a week. All right. So the first week of November. There's a couple squares, not gonna lie. There's a square and an opposition. Daylight savings as well. You did get the Three of Cups, okay? I love that, okay? Three of Cups is, listen, this is all about sisterhood. This is all about brotherhood. This is bonding, all right? This is celebration. They have a lot to celebrate here, okay? So spend some time with your friends, your family, your siblings at this point. First week, okay? You're going to learn a lot, all right? And it may be that you're not spending enough time with them right now, all right? So the first week, really do that. Three is such a strong number. It's growth, it's development. It is all evident here, but also it really is like creation, okay? Birth of new ideas. I love that energy for you. Okay. So, second week of November, I'm going to just focus on that full moon, total lunar eclipse in Taurus. You got the Chariot. Okay. So, listen. Oh my goodness. Aries, this is a great reading for you. The Chariot is all about having that self-determination and will to move forward. Not even move forward, but plow ahead, just plowing forward. All right. Like, take a look, all right? He is not only standing up, that's how excited he is, but he's got the Magician's baton in his hand, okay? The one that we started with the very first card, the very first major arcana, okay? The Magician, power to manifest whatever you want. So, with the Chariot, you're moving forward from any obstacles, okay? You really have that drive now. This is drive. The motivation to move forward. That is going to be the second week, and that's really great because that happens around that eclipse. So that eclipse is just I feel like it's going to inspire you, all right, inspire you to move forward. Now Aries who don't, again, I'm just with the page of wands in your challenge area, for those Aries who feel like you may be stuck or not really understanding what you really want now, and you may feel a little lost. It's okay. Look at your spread. You're coming out of that, okay? Look what you got in your final outcome. You got the card of divine intervention, fate coming in to say, oh, we're giving you a shortcut. We're giving you what you want. You started off with the card of the star, okay? Your hopes and dreams aligning. Ending with the Wheel of Fortune. This is going to be a great month for you, Aries. Listen, third week, all right? Third week. This is when we actually get start going into Sagittarius. Venus is going into Sagittarius, which is amazing, okay? Because Venus is in, detriment in Scorpio, and then Mercury's going into Sagittarius. We would love that energy. And then on the 20th, okay, Sun trining Jupiter. That is the best day of the month. You got the moon, okay? So, listen, the moon is, this is really funny. The moon is, okay, think about the word moon, right? Derived from the word lunacy. We all go a little crazy, all right, during the full moon. This is a full moon, okay? And so listen, what I want you to know, that third week of November, you may have a moment of doubt. You may have a moment of fear. And this is really the energy that's coming through, the messages coming through is that path forward, which again, we've been talking about. What's next? So listen, the moon. You can see the little crayfish coming out of the water there, collective, unconscious, really just, getting out of your head a little bit, okay? Really being more intuitive, trusting your intuition at this point. But you are going to have some sort of experience where you may have it's almost like 2 steps forward and then 1 step back, because you're just like, wait, is this what I really want? Or wait, is this going to work out? Don't have those doubts and fears, okay? If you do, it's okay, because we're human. It's what happens. But just know that if you do have some sort of emotional moment that third week, just remember, there's the dog and the wolf here, okay, representing evolution. We all go through these emotional experiences to grow, to evolve. Like I said earlier, to become, better versions of ourselves. Now, the last week of November, that's when the sun officially goes into Sagittarius. Thanksgiving, if you're in the U.S., it's going to be a good day, okay? It's going to be a good Thanksgiving. And then we do have that new moon in Sagittarius on the same day that Jupiter goes direct. Again, that is going to be your 12th house, Aries, all right? Jupiter's going back into your sign at the end of this year. But for now, you did get the Five of Pentacles. Now, this, again, listen, I told you earlier in the reading that with us being in Scorpio season, and then that eclipse in Scorpio, that eclipse in Taurus being in your second house, and eclipses have, their effects last a while, all right? Think about, if you're cooking something, when you think about eclipses or any sort of major activity that's happening astrologically, just think about that stove. If you're cooking, spaghetti, you turn on the burner, okay? There's energy, okay? The heat comes, all right? And then when you're cooking that spaghetti, all right, that's the day of the eclipse, okay? That's the day of any major aspect. And then when you're done, you turn the burner off, okay? But when you turn the burner off, there's still energy, okay? There's still heat, all right? And so that's how much effect an eclipse has, because eclipse is one of the biggest game-changing, events. But listen, you did get the Five of Pentacles, okay? At this point, last week, that's when you could start feeling a little bit of, maybe that pressure of feeling, I really need to, focus on my finances. You could feel, some Aries could feel like, maybe you feel maybe a little lost or almost like an outcast in a way, but I want you to know all you have to do is reach out, all right? If you're feeling that way, reach out, okay, to anybody that you trust, anyone that you can get guidance from, because listen, the two people here walking in the snow, sure, they're, feeling isolated, they're not in a great place, but they're so focused on their losses and just the state of being that they're in. They don't see that they're literally outside of church, okay? You can see the church right there. All they have to do is look up. That is a thing that's coming up with yours, all right? Remember in your crown of what I said earlier, when you feel that way, all you have to do is look up. There are people out there that can support you and help you, and even just hanging out with friends, okay? So, with the Five of Pentacles, remember, if you start feeling that way, and this could be something that has to do with your finances, again, there is, all that activity in your second and eighth house, all right? That is a lot happening there, but it could have to do with your finances, but, Pentacles are earthbound, right? There are tangible realities or physical realities, okay? So again, there could be something that is some sort of loss, and we've already talked about that, all right? Here, within your crown. And so it's showing up again, all right? But then I think it has something to do with this conflict, all right? That's coming up, all right? So know that there's something that may come through where there could be a little bit of, you may feel that there is something that you're losing. And it's not going to feel great, but you have a strong support system. And let me remind you, started with the Star, your hopes and dreams aligning. We're ending with the Wheel of Fortune, all right? The card of good luck and fortune in your final outcome. So, that is your reading, Aries, for November. Listen, I actually do love your reading. I do. And, November is such an intense month. Again, toward the end of it, it gets a little bit better, but the first few weeks are really intense. So there really isn't again, this is more of a personal thing for you. This is more of a personal very, very personal journey, okay? I do want you to spend some time with friends when you need to, or family. I think that's going to help. Because one of the things is like, in a message that's coming through is like, it's almost like you are so mission focused. The one thing lacking is the people in your life, okay? So I want you to be with them, all right? I want you to just be connected this month, all right? Um, and just don't lose that drive, and you're so creative and just so forward moving and so active, Aries. I don't want you to lose any of that, but you are good, okay? You are good, and I'm very happy for you. Aries, thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my goodness, that was a long reading. I will, if you're new to my channel, it would be great if you like and subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, I love you. Thanks so much. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.